Howdy, it's Ryan, Soda Bros Angling. Just wanted to jump on today and start off with just thanking everybody. Last week we had one of the biggest weeks of this YouTube channel's career, per se. Last week we released a video. We went around, we puddle hopped, we went around southeast Minnesota here looking for bodies of water with ice on them, right? We always do it every year. It's real exciting for us. We get all of our gear out and go out there and see if we can find some safe ice. Well, if you guys don't know, the last week or so, southeast Minnesota has been basically another Indian summer. So we're sitting at about 50 degrees or so here in southeast Minnesota right now. Lakes are back to being boatable. We just put the boat away yesterday, so that kind of stinks, but still have the kayaks, and I guess we'll start this thing off. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. We had like 35 subscribers come on last week, so welcome to the channel. That's pretty cool, pretty neat. In lieu of not having any ice, I figured I'd kind of walk you guys through a day in the life of us being on camera and also fishing and making sure that we can produce some quality footage for people to see. I've got all the cameras set right now, and I will pan out, show you guys a couple of the cameras here, what we've got set up and what we do. But first I wanted to tap into a few of these key things that we bring with us on our day-to-day basis. So number one, we're always thinking safety. We all come from a first responder background. We're always talking safety, so we're talking float suits. We've got float suits. We always bring first aid kit. So my choice of first aid kit is definitely the Angler Aid. If you guys have never seen Angler Aid before, but you can find it online. I got mine off of Amazon last year. Brand new this year, we're going to try something a little different on the ice, okay? We've got these little tiny solo stoves. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Yeah, there we go. So we've got these little baby solo stoves, right? Everybody's always propane. Let's bring out our buddy heaters. Well, we're kind of run and gun fishermen, so that is a little tough for us, and we like to be outside. So what's cool about these is you bring a little piece of tinder, stick it in there, and then you fill this thing after that tinder takes off and kind of builds a nice coal base. You stick wood pellets, like from a Traeger or for a wood pellet stove. You stick the pellets in there and you make your little fire. And the cool thing about this is it's got a cool little stand with rubber feet on it, so it's going to have a little bit of grip out there. But it keeps it off the ice, and it gives you that air gap so that you're not melting into the ice. And when you're done with it, it's leave no trace. You carry your soot, your coals off to the shore, and you can dispose of them on shore, which is what the DNR wants you to do anyways. You don't want to leave any of your remnants from any fire on the ice. I don't think it's even legal. But these are going to be cool. Having little bonfires out on the ice, that's going to be neat. I have a few things that I've purchased within the last couple weeks, getting geared up for this ice season. I'm always a fan of this Flash Champ from VMC. Okay, let's see if we can get her to focus. There you go. So Flash Champ in that perch color. I love the 1/8 ounce. It gives a great readout on my graph, and it's got me many a fish. Let's just say that. And jumping back to like the Crappie Chronicles boys here, they kind of got me hooked on these Mackies. These little white baits, right? I don't know what it is, but they were smoking them, smoking the crappie on the Crappie Chronicles on a Mackie. So I went and picked a setup of those. New for this year, to me anyways. I'm pretty sure they're brand new. We've got the jointed pinhead minnow, right? So we've got that in the Wonder Bread. I've never been a real Wonder Bread guy. Everybody else is. That's kind of why I stayed away from it. But I got a Wonder Bread style, and yeah, I don't know what size this one is here, but I think I just call it, is it a 10? Yeah, but I thought that was going to be pretty sweet. It's got a little flasher on it. Another thing that I noticed that I liked, I got this new Frost mono line. See if I can get it up in there. She goes. And it's in red. Back in the day, back when I was a kid, I always fished Cajun line. Cajun line was a big deal back then, and it was always red. So this is kind of nostalgia, but it also was pretty neat to me because it's red clear metered. So I can actually focus myself on, you can see it right here. It'll zoom in on it. There you go. It's red and clear metered. So every 3 feet, it's going to change colors, which is neat for me because I can run and gun. Maybe I've, run around and drill 30 holes, right? I can just chuck my line down there and I can hit bottom and see, okay, I've metered out 9 meters, so I know it's 27 feet deep. Don't have to drag that big hummingbird, wherever the heck it is, around all the time. But bringing me into my next thing, graphs. So I brought this out. I dabbled with it once or twice last year, but the Garmin. So this little bad boy right here, this little Garmin Striker. It's a Striker cast. It's a castable sonar. Okay. And for fresh ice, for early ice, talking, I would say anywhere from 3 to even like 8-9 inches. This little bad boy is sweet to have in your pocket because it all runs off of, if you don't know, go ahead and look them up. It all runs off your phone, and it has a flasher mode. So I find that really cool because I can run and gun with this little tiny puck right here. I can throw it right in the water, let it settle, and I get an awesome readout. So we will touch base more on that. This is fully rechargeable. It's got this awesome little rechargeable port right here, but it's fully submersible. It's waterproof. It's a castable sonar. So yeah, really cool little gadget there. But I run a Helix 7 in the winter, sitting on a Markham lithium shuttle. I like the lithium shuttle. It lasts me all day long. It's got the little light on the bottom so I can recharge my glows. Back side of that thing's got a couple of rod holders, which is clutch when you're running a gun and you want to have 2 to 3 rods. Yeah, so keep moving on. I'm basically just going to walk you guys through everything that makes up my fishing gear and what I love and what I don't love, and we'll see what we can come up with here by the end of this thing. So, walking through my jig box, okay, as you can see here, got almost every color under the sun. Basically every single company that you can imagine I've purchased at least one jig from. I'm a big fan of hand painted by local, so most of these are made by local people. I'm a huge fan of pink and gold, so I like these ones here. You can't hear it, but they've got a little bit of a rattle to it, and they've got this offset to them, so they have just a little different profile. Let's see if I can get that to come in here. Right there, they just got a little different profile to them, and then they rattle too, which is clutch. And then walking through jigs are jigs, and making sure that you have plenty of colors in your arsenal is pretty important, and it's the most important late season when fish are finicky. You can be switching out colors and seeing if you can't get the bite on a little bit faster in your day by switching out jigs instead of sitting on one color all day. So closing that up, let's talk rods just a little bit here. Where's the one? So I also am a huge advocate of running handmade rods, custom rods. We've got another rod company that we're working with right now, so look forward to that. We're going to get those things Friday. I'm going to go shoot film at his shop and all that good stuff. So my tried and true, my guys up in the cities, Charlie Custom Rods. So let's see if we can get you in frame here. There's the boys right there. That's their logo, Charlie Customs. And yeah, they do great work. They run. The reason I'm even we're doing this here is we're having 2 rod companies kind of supporting us this year. We've got Charlie, and then we've got another one coming on. They're completely different rods in respect of handles and building materials. So that's why it's doable, or we can have two separate rods that we're running, and they both perform in different ways, and they're for different species. So this one here is my little run and gun 18-inch Charlie custom. This is my Minnesota Wild special. He custom made this one to have Minnesota Wild colors, since we're hockey fans around here. This one's nice, small, little schoolie on it, or almost schoolie, I should say. And yeah, pretty cool. Moving on. Since we're on the subject of Charlie Customs, this is my I think this is actually my 37 inch. I like this rod when I'm accidentally getting into a larger bass. This rod comes in handy, or sticking this one in the iFish Pro. It's got a sensitive tip. It's got a strong backbone on it, and it's also a great pole for standing. If you get tired of kneeling all day long, this pole's great for standing up and working a hole. I like a long rod, and yeah. Another thing, it's huge this year for me. I've always been a fan of using old Grizzly wintergreen tins for my waxies. Well, I went out and purchased a clam puck this year. We'll see if it's better for me, and I don't spill all my waxies 40 times a day. So that's a new little tool, little gadget I've got for this year. We've had a lot of people asking about how the production of this goes down. So there's quite a bit of production tools that we use to produce these videos. So right now I'm looking at you right here. You're sitting watching me on a Canon EOS R full DSLR 4K 24 frame per second camera, and it's sitting on a stabilizer gimbal. So we just purchased a Ronin SC stabilizer, which is really cool. It's going to come in clutch. I can sit here and kind of jiggle the table, and you guys don't vibrate whatsoever on this camera. This is going to be huge for us for walking, for shooting B-roll, all that good stuff. It's pretty slick, and I can just kind of spin you right around in the shop here, and you guys can kind of see what's going on. We've got a GoPro set up there with another cold shoe mic. We've got the Ring up there, and then we're coming back around, and there's another camera here. See that there? And then you're kind of coming back to me and coming back into frame. So yeah, pretty cool little gadgets here. That one's going to be clutch. Obviously we run tried and true GoPros. We run accessory mics on everything to make sure that the audio is good, sounds good, and they all have dead cats on them. They're all wind resistant. We try to keep the wind noise down as much as possible unless we're in a full-on monsoon. All sorts of goodies here that all have to be powered. So we've got multiple batteries on batteries, unreal amount of batteries, a bunch of portable battery packs. This one just was given to me. Pretty fortunate to have that one given to me, because considering this thing's like this is a 40,800 milliamp little charger here. So that's like 4 of my little chargers that I keep in here. So having those there is clutch. All of the gear that we bring on the ice is over the top, but it's also that we can make these videos and have some fun. So new this year, I got out of my clam float suit. I moved into the Sims. It's non-floating, so yeah, I'm not going to float this year if I go in, but I'll have my spikes around my neck, which is fine, right? This is my Sims Primaloft insulated jacket. Never been a jacket guy, but this year I thought I'd try it. Pretty excited, and it's already performed pretty well for us the first day that we went out on the ice. And then I also have the Sims Primaloft bibs to go along with it. Got a good deal on them both, so had to go with it. Everybody has the debate all the time about whose augers the best. I just like one that drills through ice, and I've had this bad boy for a while. So obviously I've got the K-drill, the 6-inch. That's all I need. I do need some new blades for it, and I can't find them. So if K-drill's watching this, hook a brother up. I can't find the 6-inch blades anywhere right now. And then I run a clamp plate just so I don't break my wrists. I got little baby wrists, so it's pretty sweet. And then obviously it's going to be topped with a Milwaukee drill. So pretty sweet. So talking tip ups. Got quite a few old school tip ups that I don't necessarily run very often, but we have them. But obviously we have the iFish, and this is the Pro 2.0. So these things are clutch. We're gonna hammer the Northerns with one of these this year. I can feel it. So when you're snowing in your ice shack, I like to have a nice shovel, right? So this is a fully collapsible. It used to be called an avalanche shovel. They used to use them out west when they're snowmobiling or whatnot. People that were out in the backcountry had these little collapsible shovels. Well, now they become mainstream, and you can buy them at Costco, right? So I got a 2-pack of these at Costco for a pretty decent price. It's fully collapsible. It has very well built materials. It's all aluminum, and then it has a metal clasping device back here, so it's fully foldable, and it folds up into basically the thinnest profile I've ever saw in a little shovel. So it's nice because it is slim, and it's not bulky, so it doesn't take up too much room in your sled, and it deploys super easy. So there we go, we're shoveling just like that, and it's light. The purpose of this video is to see if I can help people get into the sport of fishing, and I really want people to get into this sport, support the people that are putting their hearts and souls into providing gear, tackle, etc., developing things, making this sport better, making it safer, making it more fish friendly for sure, and just walking through everything I got, see if I can help you guys out, because I spend a heck of a lot of time on the water, as well as all the boys from the Soda Bros crew. So I have my plastics and stuff, but I'm going to keep those to myself, just because it's kind of a competitive world down here. We've got about 10 man-made ponds and lakes around here, and I want to keep my plastics and my colors to myself, and see if you guys can figure it out yourself. I don't want to give away all the secrets. So I do appreciate your time today and every day, and every time that you guys watch a video from Soda Bros Angling. It's really cool to watch the algorithm and watch the analytics on it, seeing how things jump from up and down, and comments and likes and everything, and it's truly becoming a way of life for the boys over here at Soda Bros Angling. So we do appreciate it, and we appreciate you guys mostly because you guys viewing these things allows us or gives us the opportunity to go out and use our imaginations and come up with something new every week or every 2 weeks, what time allows. But pay attention. Next week or so, hopefully we get some good ice around here, and it's going to be green light, game on, let's rip. We're going to have some new rods on the water from a certain crew, and we're pumped. So be ready for that. Be ready for that video, because it's coming. Stay tuned. Like I said before, I appreciate everybody watching the man-made pilot. That was strictly just a spoof. That was just a group of guys going out and checking ice, and it got like 2,000 views in 4 days, and that's huge for us. That's massive. So bigger than anything we've ever had on the YouTube platform. So if you guys could subscribe if you're watching this, and we'll see you guys maybe on the ice or at Shields or wherever. If you see us out, give us a holler, say hi. We're always down to chat. So thank you guys so much. See you later.